In 1981, a new universe of power and magic came to life on toy store shelves around the world. A universe dominated by muscular heroes, mythical creatures, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. Today we explore the first wave of the Masters of the Universe action figures, the one that started it all. Created by Mattel, the Masters of the Universe combined epic fantasy mythology with a science fiction aesthetic. Eternia, a world full of mysteries, deities and advanced technology, became the scene of battles between the heroic He-Man and the treacherous Skeletor. He-Man, the most powerful warrior in the universe, is the undisputed protagonist of the Masters of the Universe line. His vintage figure, released in 1981, is an icon of 80s toys and embodies the perfect mix of strength, heroism and adventure. He-Man's design is built around his massive, muscular body, making him appear like a true barbarian warrior. Each muscle is sculpted in detail, highlighting his extraordinary physical strength. His face has courageous and decisive features, with a proud and self-confident expression. The blonde hair, cut into a bob, is a distinctive feature and gives the character a heroic appearance. The brown fur loincloth, together with his high boots of the same color, underline his barbarian look, recalling the mythological and primitive origins of Eternia. But what really makes He-Man recognizable are his accessories. He-Man wears silver chest armor with orange details, which not only protects him in battle but is also an iconic element of his design. On his back, the figure has a buckle that allows him to attach his sword of power, a weapon that symbolizes his ability to transform into the most powerful warrior in the universe. The sword itself is carved from silver, with a simple yet powerful shape. In addition to the sword, He-Man is armed with a gray battle axe and circular shield, detailed with a design that recalls melee combat weapons. These accessories represent his nature as a fighter and leader in the defense of Eternia. The character's colors and details, from his muscle lines to his weapons, have been carefully designed to make him stand out on store shelves. The vintage He-Man figure is not just a toy, but a symbol of strength, justice, and adventure, which has inspired millions of children to fight evil, both in play and in imagination. Man-at-Arms, also known as Duncan, is He-Man's loyal ally and one of the most important characters in the Eternia universe. His role as a mentor and technological inventor is reflected in the design of his vintage figure, released in 1981, which presents him as a technological warrior equipped for battle. The Man-at-Arms figure immediately stands out with his green armor, which covers his torso and arms, making him ready for any battle. The protectors are detailed with bright orange edges, which include a massive shoulder pad on the left arm and an orange knee pad on the left leg. This protective armor, complete with padding and reinforcements, suggests that Duncan is as much a warrior as a military engineer, always prepared for battle. Man-at-Arms' head is topped with a green helmet with an open visor that reveals his proud and determined face. Unlike many other characters, the vintage version of Man-at-Arms does not include a mustache, a trait that only became iconic later in the animated series, but his face still expresses the wisdom and strength of an expert warrior. As for weapons, Man-at-Arms is armed with an orange mace, a perfect weapon for melee combat. The mace has a massive and sturdy design, reflecting his physical power and skill in the use of medieval weapons. The figure's muscularly sculpted legs are covered in simple brown footwear, adding a touch of barbarism to its technological look. The balance between the aesthetic of a traditional warrior and a technological inventor makes Man-at-Arms a unique and versatile character in the world of Eternia. As the leader of Eternia's military and He-Man's mentor, Man-at-Arms is a pillar of the kingdom's defense. The vintage figure perfectly captures this balance between his nature as a fighter and that of a scientist, a character who is both physical strength and technological ingenuity. Stratos, the king of the Birdmen of Avion, is one of the most unique characters in the Masters of the universe, and his vintage figure, released in 1981, perfectly reflects his ability to fly in his hybrid nature between human and winged creature. The Stratos figure is easily recognizable thanks to the large blue wings that sprout from his arms. These wings are not only decorative, but symbolize his role as an aerial warrior, able to fly over Eternia and attack from above. The wings are attached via red straps that extend to his back, where there is a bright red jetpack. This jetpack detail gives Stratos a futuristic feel, combining advanced technology with his natural flight abilities, making him a versatile character both in battle and in defense of the kingdom. Stratos' body is gray and muscular, with a design reminiscent of an evolved primate, highlighting his physical strength as well as his ability to fly. This combination of strength and agility makes Stratos an invaluable ally for He-Man. His face is covered by a gray helmet with red goggles that make him look like an aviator, adding a modern twist to his otherwise mythological appearance. The goggles not only protect his eyes during flight, but also contribute to his Sky Warrior look. The figure comes with a red belt and red bracers that complement his costume, emphasizing the details of his battle gear. While Stratos isn't armed with swords or axes like many other characters, his wings and jetpack make him a formidable fighter in the air. Stratos is not only a fighter, but also the leader of the people of Avion, a kingdom located among the highest peaks of Eternia. His vintage figure perfectly captures this duality, a warrior representing the sky and a wise and protective leader. His distinct design made him one of the most beloved characters from the original Masters of the Universe line. Teela is the courageous captain of Eternia's Royal Guard, as well as one of the few heroines from the original Masters of the Universe line. Her vintage figure, released in 1981, represents her as a fearless and determined warrior, reflecting her role as a fighter alongside He-Man in defending the kingdom. The Teela figure design features white and gold armor covering her torso and hips, with intricate detailing that recalls the aesthetic of a warrior goddess. Her armor is adorned with snake motifs, a clear reference to the serpent goddess, a figure Teela has strong ties to in the comics and Eternia mythos. The details of the armor are precision sculpted, with armor that enhances its strength while maintaining an elegant appearance. The figure wears a golden helmet with intertwined serpents surrounding his head, adding an extra touch of mysticism and power. Unlike many other female characters of the time, Teela is depicted not only as a figure of beauty, but as a powerful fighter. Her red hair tied in a ponytail adds a touch of pride to her look. Teela is armed with a long, sharp golden spear, highlighting her prowess in hand-to-hand combat. Additionally, she is equipped with a round golden shield, symbolizing her readiness to defend herself and her kingdom against any threat. Her arms and legs, sculpted muscularly, show her as a figure ready for action and combat, without ever giving up her natural grace. The figure's legs are covered in tall white boots that match the armor, completing her warrior look. Teela's design is a perfect balance between strength and femininity, making her one of the most iconic characters in the series, and a symbol of independence and strength among the heroines of the 80s. Teela is not only a guardian of Eternia, but also a central figure in He-Man's world, often portrayed as a loyal ally and determined fighter. Her vintage figure perfectly captures her essence, combining power, grace and mystery in an unforgettable design. Skeletor, the Lord of Evil, is the main antagonist of the Masters of the Universe, and his vintage figure, released in 1981, perfectly embodies his evil and disturbing appearance. With his skeletal face and dark design, Skeletor is one of the most memorable figures in the line. Skeletor's face is his most recognizable feature, a bright yellow-green skull that contrasts starkly with his purplish-blue body. His face is skinless, with empty black eye sockets that make him a ghostly and terrifying presence. Despite his macabre face, his features are determined and convey pure evil, making Skeletor a villain without equal in the world of Eternia. The figure's body is muscular, like that of a barbarian warrior, and covered in dark purple armor. His chest piece has an intricate design, with spikes and details that enhance his evil and aggressive nature. The back of the armor features a buckle to attach his accessories, making the figure both practical and aesthetically charming. On his chest, he bears a symbol that recalls dark iconography, as an evocation of the evil forces he commands. Skeletor is equipped with his most iconic weapon, the Staff of Power, also known as the Havoc Staff, a long purple staff with a ram's head sculpted at the end. This staff is not just a weapon, but a symbol of his ability to dominate dark forces and command armies of evil creatures. Additionally, Skeletor is armed with a half-sword, called the Sword of Might, which connects to He-Man's sword in a symbolic duel between good and evil. Skeletor's legs are protected by a belt with a purple lobe guard, which matches his armor, and he wears spiked boots, further highlighting his evil, battle-ready appearance. His clawed hands seem ready to cast dark spells or fight his opponents. Skeletor is the antithesis of He-Man. Where He-Man is strength and justice, Skeletor is evil and chaos. The vintage Skeletor figure, with his sinister design and iconic weapons, made him one of the most beloved and feared villains of the 1980s, a figure that continues to be celebrated by collectors around the world. Beast Man, Skeletor's brutal right-hand man, is one of the most ferocious and recognizable figures of the first wave of the Masters of the Universe. His vintage figure, released in 1981, perfectly captures his wild and bestial nature, representing him as a force of nature dominated by brute force. Beast Man's body is wrapped in vibrant orange fur, sculpted to make him look like a real beast, with pronounced muscles that suggest uncontrollable physical power. This furry texture, along with his imposing physique, makes him a visually distinctive character compared to other warriors in the Eternia universe. His face is contorted into a ferocious expression, with fangs protruding from his mouth and piercing eyes, conveying uncontrollable rage and brutal loyalty to Skeletor. Beast Man wears red armor with blue details, characterized by spikes that further enhance his wild and aggressive appearance. The collar around his neck, also red, is an iconic detail that symbolizes his submission to Skeletor, suggesting that, despite being a powerful creature, he is still under the control of the evil sorcerer. As an animal ally and commander of Eternia's wild creatures, Beast Man is armed with a brown whip, a simple but effective weapon that he uses to subdue enemies and creatures at will. The whip highlights his ability to control beasts and monsters, and to act as the controller of the wild forces in Skeletor's service. His legs are covered in red boots, and the detailing on his arms features blue bracers that complete his beastly look. Every detail of the Beast Man figure is designed to evoke the image of a brutal, indomitable monster, in the service of evil, but capable of devastating strength in battle. Beast Man represents chaos and primal strength in the world of Eternia. His vintage figure, with his animalistic design and accessories that evoke the dominion of wild creatures, made him one of the most memorable and feared villains of the original series. Merman, the Lord of the Abyss of Eternia, is one of the most iconic villains of the first wave of the Masters of the Universe. His vintage figure, released in 1981, perfectly represents his connection to the underwater world, with a design that recalls mythological marine creatures and aquatic predators. Merman's body is painted in a vibrant shade of blue-green, similar to the color of the sea depths, with a muscular appearance that makes him an imposing figure. Its skin features scaly details reminiscent of a reptile or fish, reflecting its amphibious nature. His face is particularly distinctive, with features reminiscent of a sea monster. His mouth is decorated with sharp fangs, and his large, protruding eyes add a disturbing touch, making Merman seem like a creature from the darkest depths. One of the most recognizable elements of the figure is his yellow armor, shaped to resemble a shell or marine armor. The bib is shaped like a fish or sea creature, with details that suggest protection against the dangers of Eternia's waters. This armor gives Merman a regal and dangerous appearance, as if he were the true ruler of the depths. Merman's weapon is a green sword, designed with a toothed design that recalls the fins or primitive weapons forged by sea creatures. This sword underlines his nature as a fighter and ruler of the waters, capable of defending his domain or attacking his enemies both at sea and on land. The figure's arms and legs are muscular and agile, suggesting that Merman is equally at home in hand-to-hand combat or making quick underwater escapes. His boots and gloves are detailed with fins and lines that recall amphibious creatures, making him a fearsome, agile, and powerful opponent. Merman is the commander of Skeletor's aquatic forces, and his vintage figure perfectly captures his marine essence, combining physical strength with the mystery and danger of the ocean depths. An intriguing and frightening character who won the hearts of fans thanks to his unique look and ruthless personality. Zodak is one of the most enigmatic characters in the original Masters of the Universe line. Unlike the others, his role is ambiguous, neither hero nor villain, described as a cosmic warrior. The figure's design reflects this ambiguity, with elements that mix science fiction and mythology. Zodak wears red armor with pauldrons and a breastplate that protects his torso, giving him a technological warrior look. The helmet covering his head is perhaps the most recognizable detail. It is gray with a visor that hides his eyes, giving the character an aura of mystery. Under the helmet, Zodak has a face with strong features, which suggests the wisdom of a cosmic observer. His main weapon is a laser gun, a clear reference to science fiction, in stark contrast to the swords and axes used by other characters. His arms and legs are muscular, like He-Man's, but his skin color is gray, almost as if he is from another dimension. His white boots and gloves complete a look that sets him apart from all the other first-wave characters. Zodak represents balance in the Motu universe, observing the battles between good and evil, intervening only when necessary. This aura of neutrality and mystery has made him a fascinating figure for collectors and fans alike. Battle Cat, He-Man's battle lion, is one of the most iconic and recognizable figures from the vintage Masters of the Universe line. His vintage figure, released in 1981, represents not only a loyal companion but also a powerful ally in the fight against the forces of evil. The Battle Cat figure features an imposing and muscular body, sculpted with details that give the lion a robust and aggressive appearance. Battle Cat's coat is a vivid orange streaked with green, evoking the skin of a wild and ferocious creature. The green stripes, which cross its body, accentuate its predatory appearance, making it a formidable opponent for any enemy. One of Battle Cat's defining features is his armor, which is made up of a helmet and body armor. Battle Cat's helmet is dark green with a golden visor that protects him in battle and accentuates his menacing appearance. The body armor, also dark green, is adorned with a series of spikes and details that give Battle Cat a regal and aggressive appearance, ready to fight alongside He-Man. On Battle Cat's back is a saddle to match his armor, designed to accommodate He-Man during battles. This saddle is a crucial element that allows the two to work in perfect synergy during combat. The saddle features handles, allowing He-Man to maintain a secure grip while riding his trusty companion. Battle Cat's legs are strong and sturdy, with sharp claws that make it perfect for fighting or climbing difficult terrain. His muscles are sculpted in great detail, reflecting his strength and agility in battle. Battle Cat is more than just a pet. It is an essential part of He-Man's strength and a symbol of power and loyalty. His vintage figure perfectly captures the combination of strength and nobility, representing an invincible alliance between the warrior and his faithful friend. Screech is one of the most charming and least common characters in the vintage Masters of the Universe line. Released in 1981 as part of the Vehicles and Animals series, Screech is a robotic bird designed to be a flying companion to Stratos, and represents a combination unique in technology and imagination. The Screech figure is characterized by a futuristic and robotic design, which clearly distinguishes him from the other animals and vehicles in the series. Screech's body is an intense electric blue with silver details that recall a technological and futuristic appearance. Its wings are large and detailed, with a texture that simulates feathers, but with a metallic appearance that emphasizes its mechanical nature. One of the most distinctive features of Screech is its mechanism of action. The bird's wings can be folded down and then extended via a lever mechanism, allowing Screech to flap his wings as if he were flying. This mechanism is designed to offer a movement effect that simulates flight, making Screech a dynamic and interactive toy. Screech's face is designed to appear aggressive and imposing, with a pointed beak and large eyes that give an expression of alertness and alertness. The beak design is sharp and eye-catching, adding a touch of menace to its otherwise futuristic appearance. Screech also features articulated legs, which can be positioned in different poses to simulate landing or posing in flight. These legs can also be used to attach to Stratos or other characters, making him a versatile and interactive companion in the game. In the context of the Masters of the Universe series, Screech is more than just a pet. He represents technological innovation and the ability to fly that fits perfectly into the adventurous world of Eternia. The vintage Screech figure, with its unique design and engaging action mechanism, is an example of how the Motu line has combined fantasy and sci-fi elements in a creative and fascinating way. The Battle Ram is one of the iconic vehicles in the vintage Masters of the Universe line, launched in 1981 as part of the expansion of the world of Eternia. This versatile and powerful vehicle is designed to be a vital support in He-Man's battles, and his vintage figure represents a perfect mix of fantasy and functionality. The Battle Ram is made up of two main sections, the main vehicle and the ram, a sort of sled that can be detached and used separately. The main part of the Battle Ram is a tank-like vehicle with a rugged, angular shape. It is decorated in orange and blue armor, with details that recall a medieval and futuristic appearance, creating a distinctive and aggressive design. At the front of the vehicle, the Battle Ram features a large ram-shaped horn, which is both an attack weapon and an imposing symbol. This horn, which extends in front of the vehicle, is designed to break through enemy defenses and break through during battles. The horn has a sharp and menacing design, which highlights the power of the Battle Ram in action. The ram section is a detachable sled that can be used as a separate weapon or as additional support during battles. It is equipped with two side cannons and a structure that can accommodate a He-Man figure or other characters from the series, making it an adaptable and versatile vehicle. The Battle Ram features sturdy wheels that allow it to move easily on different surfaces, and the design of the wheels is meant to be in line with the aesthetics of Eternia's vehicles. Even though the vehicle is plastic, the details and decorations are designed to mimic the look of a real tank or fantasy war machine. In the context of the Masters of the Universe series, the Battle Ram represents the perfect weapon for He-Man and his allies, combining firepower, the ability to traverse difficult terrain and a design that evokes strength and determination. With its ability to attack and defend, the Battle Ram is an essential part of the vintage vehicle line, and remains a beloved and sought-after piece among collectors. The Wind Raider is one of the most iconic and adventurous vehicles in the vintage Masters of the Universe line, released in 1981. This aerial vehicle, designed for flight and attack, is a perfect complement to He-Man's battles and his allies against the evil forces of Eternia. The Wind Raider has a distinctive design that combines elements of fantasy and futuristic aviation. The vehicle structure features a dark green and orange body, with details that recall the appearance of an aircraft wing and armor. The design is aggressive and aerodynamic, giving the Wind Raider an action-ready battle look. One of the Wind Raider's most recognizable features is its large rear wing, which can be tilted and adjusted to simulate flight. This wing is designed to offer stability and maneuverability during play, and its dark green color matches perfectly with the vehicle body. The rear wing is complemented by details reminiscent of the fins or wings of a warplane, giving the Wind Raider a powerful, aeronautical appearance. The vehicle features a cockpit that can accommodate a He-Man figure or other characters from the series. The cabin features a large seat and a dashboard with colorful details, designed to make the piloting experience as realistic as possible. At the front of the Wind Raider, there is a large cannon that can be rotated and adjusted. This cannon is designed to be a versatile weapon, capable of engaging enemy forces in the air or on the ground. The front of the vehicle is also equipped with a pointed bumper, designed to break through enemy defenses and clear the way into battle. The Wind Raider is equipped with retractable wheels that can be extended, and the vehicle is on the ground and retracted when in flight. These wheels offer an additional dimension to the game, allowing the Wind Raider to be used both on rough terrain and during flight simulations. In the context of the Masters of the Universe series, the Wind Raider represents a versatile and powerful vehicle, capable of dominating both the sky and the terrain. With its distinctive design and attack and maneuver capabilities, the Wind Raider remains one of the most beloved and iconic vehicles in the vintage line, continuing to capture the imagination of fans and collectors. Castle Grayskull is the heart and nerve center of the Masters of the Universe universe, released in 1981 as one of the most iconic playsets in the line. This imposing castle is not only one of the most recognizable constructions in the series, but also a symbol of power and mystery that represents good versus evil in the world of Eternia. Castle Grayskull is designed with a unique shape reminiscent of an ancient fortress or medieval castle. The structure features an olive-green facade with a rocky and irregular appearance, evoking the image of a fortress built directly into the stone. The towers and walls are carved with details that mimic the cracks and imperfections of natural rock, adding a sense of antiquity and durability. The main entrance to the castle is a large skeletal mouth, which is one of the most iconic features of the playset. This mouth acts as a front door and can be opened and closed to reveal the interior of the castle. Inside, the castle features a large space that houses several environments and rooms, including a throne room, a watchtower, and an underground prison. One of the most interesting features of Castle Grayskull is its removable roof, which allows you to easily access the interior and play with the figures. The roof can be raised to reveal the upper floor of the castle, where various details and accessories such as an observation platform and a telescope are located. The playset comes with numerous accessories, including a variety of weapons and tools that can be used by the characters. Among the included accessories are a prison chain, a shield-shaped weapon, and a cannon that can be placed at the top of the castle to defend against enemy attacks. These accessories add further versatility to the playset and expand the play possibilities. Castle Grayskull is also equipped with a number of secrets and hidden mechanisms. For example, the castle includes a working elevator that can be used to move figures between floors and a secret passage that leads to a hidden chamber. These elements add an extra layer of intrigue and discovery to the game, making Castle Grayskull not only a place of battle, but also a starting point for adventure and exploration. In the context of the Masters of the Universe series, Castle Grayskull represents the center of power and magic, a stronghold that defends good and right. With its impressive design, detailed accessories and hidden features, Castle Grayskull remains one of the most beloved and sought-after playsets among fans and collectors. These figures were no mere toys. They became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring a hit animated series, comics, and an entire generation of collectors and fans. Even today, the first wave of the Masters of the Universe is considered a milestone in the world of vintage toys. The first wave of the Masters of the Universe laid the foundation for one of the greatest toy franchises ever created. He-Man, Skeletor, and the other characters will forever be imprinted in the collective memory of those who grew up with these heroes. Whether you're a collector or a nostalgic fan, there's always something magical about seeing these iconic action figures again. Thank you for traveling with us to the world of Eternia. Remember, the strength is in your hands.